Hello and welcome to another episode of the Spoilt Milk Movie Podcast. I was just talking about how I don't have a vest body. Hobo, do you feel like you've got a vest body?
I mean, I've got a body that feels like it's like plastic that's been shoved with vests to fill it out, so it's a bit lumpy in places it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But overall, from a distance, it resembles a body. Yeah.
What about you, Catty?
I wear vests all the time.
Yeah, I think I'd love that freedom. Just rock a vest, like Rabsy Nesbitt.
A string vest.
Yeah.
Do you not worry with vests over people are gonna see your pits and just sweat. I mean, I don't wear a vest at all, so I don't know what the experience is like.
They're only armpits.
Isn't it better to see beads of sweat than to see a big, like, dark stain?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know this whole vest culture. I've never got into wearing vests.
Do you know what? My dad doesn't sweat.
What?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Do you do all the sweating for
Yeah, I do all the sweating. I'm doing all the sweating for him tonight. But he doesn't wear deodorant and never has done as an adult. Like, because he just doesn't sweat. He's like, I mean, he'll sweat like if he goes on like a treadmill or whatever, his head will sweat, but never gets a sweaty armpit ever.
But
that's so weird.
It is, isn't it?
He may not sweat, but does he smell? I mean,
no,
that's a different thing.
He doesn't smell. He smells lovely. He smells very nice, like Old Spice and talc.
Oh, so he is using some form of antiperspirant.
No, just on like his neck or whatever.
I think
like
talc will do a lot for helping you not sweat.
No, he don't really talc. That was just for comedy purposes.
Oh, okay.
But, no, he just doesn't sweat.
Have you really put him through the rigour though? Have you said, hey, do this assault course? And
right. Or just hold like a torch, like a flaming torch under his armpit.
He's going to burn your dad.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we are here today to talk about National Lampoons Loaded Weapon 1.
Yes.
From 1993.
Is it National Lampoons? Lampoons? Is it clashed under? I didn't know that.
The giveaway is when the film starts and the titles come up and it says National Lampoons Loaded Weapon 1.
You know what? I don't think I was watching the titles. I mean, is the titles anything interesting, like bullets shooting the
We'll
titles?
get onto that shortly because we
okay.
have got a top 3 to be discussing.
Yeah.
Which this time it was sent in by this ridiculously handsome chap with very sweaty hands. Me! I wanted to know, and this was one actually that me and my brother have discussed in the past. What are our top 3 films that haven't had a remake that we think either deserve one or could get one and could be quite cool? So
that is interesting from a very handsome Chris Hammond.
All right.
More handsome than Chris Hemsworth.
Yes, definitely. But the same age.
Weird.
Do you know what? If I met him, I'd be like, yes, sir. Like, he just seems older, even though I might look more haggard.
Have you not asked to try and see if you could have a shared birthday party?
Oh, I might ask him.
Yeah, just Twitter him. Just be like, hey.
Yeah, we're both called Chris.
Yeah.
Both 1983. I'll bring the cake.
Are you born on the same day?
No, I don't think so. I thought we were, but no. But it's only like about a week apart or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you lied.
I'm the weak one of the two. So, Catty, do you want to go first? Hobo went first last time, and it feels weird if it's mine.
I know, but I don't know what I want.
Oh, have you got like a couple?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Well, you can go for one and then talk through your second one.
I suppose so.
You sound so disappointed.
I really, 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 really want to see a remake of Friday.
Friday. Nice. What? Just flat out different people?
Yeah.
Who would you have in it? Oh, that's a question that I've just asked you that I've not even thought about for myself.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Childish Gambino would be pretty cool, wouldn't
Oh,
it?
fuck yeah. Donald Glover would kill it in that.
What as the Ice Cube role?
Yeah, or maybe even the dad.
And then what? Maybe Kevin Hart? He feels like he's the Chris Tucker of this generation.
Yeah,
possibly.
Well, no one is the Chris Tucker of this generation. But
I mean, Chris Tucker is great.
I mean, you could have Chris Tucker and Ice Cube come back in their dad roles and then have new upcoming stars.
Yeah.
Is he a bit too young looking for that, though?
Who?
But then again, have you seen Ice Cube's son is in that
Straight
Outta Compton?
Yeah, and he looks
really
exactly
Yeah,
like
he
Ice
does,
Cube.
doesn't he? It's crazy.
It was perfect casting.
Yeah.
It was great.
So why is there any reason that do you feel like there was something wrong with the first
No,
one?
I love Friday.
Yeah.
I properly love Friday. I just think it'd be interesting to see how it'd be done now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, same kind of premise, like, same ghetto kind of area, and whether or not it'd change, like...
Do you think it'd fly now, though? Like, there's a lot of stereotypes in that film.
But the stereotypes are there for a reason.
Yeah, of course.
They've been bred from something.
Yeah. Like,
So...
like a stingy dad.
Yeah.
Like that. Everyone's probably had a stingy dad.
I think it would probably need to be written by Donald Glover and the people writing on Atlanta who sort of have really nailed the sort of the right tone for approaching these sort of things rather than just doing it as a stereotype. Now you need to do it as a bit of a commentary. And while I'm sure at the
Don't
time...
make Friday serious.
No, it can still be funny. I mean, have you watched Atlanta?
No.
It's weird as fuck. You'll love it. It's very Lynchian in its abstractness, and you can still do that with Friday, but if you don't write it well enough, it's going to hit the wrong tone with audiences.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a hot water situation. But I agree. I'd love to see that.
Would you still call it Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, we wouldn't have some kind of Friday after next.
Oh, Friday.
No.
If announced Friday reboot coming, like, yay, called Friday. Never watching it. Never.
Right, and you know, I'm going to jump in there. Because you went first last time. I think you might have gone first the time before.
I did,
so
yeah.
I'll give you some thinking
No,
time.
I want to go last for the next 10 goes,
Yeah.
please.
Do you want some thinking music? The one that I would like to see remade, and I feel like how hasn't it been done already, is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh, that'd be so good.
I feel like it's just one of those films that's not. It's not like Goonies that's still getting. Well, there's a screening of Goonies in Leeds going on. I think it was last week. Or a couple of weeks ago at Kirkstall Abbey. Shout out to Sneaky Experience. But like, it's not like Goonies in the way that it's still considered this classic that people reel out and show at screenings all the time.
Whoa.
Like, when was the last time you saw a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids screening?
Yeah, true.
I'd totally go to that though.
Yeah,
I would definitely go to that. It seems to have been a little bit forgotten about.
Shout out Sneaky Experience, put on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah,
and have large ants there.
Oh God!
Please shrink me even more.
But if you think about stuff like the large ant and the large scorpion battle, as long as it wasn't stupid, like, they could do so much more with that now and have a real giant, kind of like what they've done with Rampage. But
my worry is that they would do it and make it all CGI. And no.
Yeah.
Just no. Something like that is so tactile.
I don't know, because how else would you go about it unless they were shrunk to a size where, like, what an absolute, like, I'd want to see an ant that's the size of like a building, or like that kind of size ant, like it is where they ride it and get on its back.
Well, they did magic stuff in The Hobbit with the dwarves.
It's doable.
Perspective, I guess. Yeah,
it's definitely doable, and I'm not saying no CGI. I'm just saying not completely. Like, the best CGI is you don't notice it, so you get practicals, and then you fix up bits with CGI. It's perfectly doable. The fact is that, one, you have something that actors can actually interact with and emote with, especially the bit in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids where it's like they really like that ant and there's a cool ant, and you're just like, you want to be able to hug it, and they hug it, and you feel that sort of thing. And two, I forgot my other point, so I'm just going to say
we're all big fans of practical effects here, and like, I'm not one to say CGI over practical, but one of the things I would like to see is not just a reliance on big ants and big scorpions, but maybe thinking kind of like, I guess it might have already been done a bit, but the way with Ant-Man, where they started thinking about, right, we'll have a big a train sequence, but it's with a Thomas the Tank Engine, and have stuff like that, and be like, what can we, let's be clever about what could be a threat to someone that would just be, I don't know, someone being like, a golf tee could be like this big spike coming down, or I don't know,
Yeah,
something,
no,
and like
definitely.
thinking about small things that could be a massive threat.
It's my day-to-day life.
Yeah.
So would you want Honey, I Shrunk the Kids smaller?
Yeah.
Honey, I Shrunk the Catty. So that's mine, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I haven't really thought about the actors because I guess there's not
That
really...
wasn't in the brief.
No, it wasn't. But there's no one really apart from Rick Moranis that stands out that much in that film. So
No, the kids are just throwaway characters,
So
as in
throwaway
actors.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you
nerdy
shouldn't
dad.
throw away kids.
I
Catty.
mean, you can. The Chinese did it.
Moving on. Hobo. Follow that.
Fucking hell.
Well, they did. It's a historic fact.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is,
no, I'm not doubting it. I just didn't expect it. Didn't expect you to side with the Chinese on it. For mine, I'm like you, Catty. I had a couple. Like, I have a wish list of things that I wish they could redo and do well.
Very quickly, what was your other one?
I'm not going to tell you.
All right, okay. Hobo.
Say,
You said.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
so
of
you-
course.
I don't think yours will be on my list. though.
But no, I don't want to like ruin anything.
Okay,
So.
like one of the, this isn't my top one, but one of the ones I thought about was Avatar: The Last Airbender because it's a great TV series.
Oh, yeah.
It could make a good like 3-part movies, but honestly, most people just agree. Really, if you care about it that much, just watch the TV series because it's really good, really well.
I've
written.
not seen Shyamalan's film, but I've heard it's awful.
Terrible.
Is it
Like,
really?
One of the times I wanted to walk out of the cinema, but I didn't know if that was just me because I know the TV series so well. But yeah, no, it was bad.
Oh,
Just
dear.
bad. And then I thought, you know what? FX. Why not
Oh
do
my
a remake of
days.
FX? How good would that be?
What,
If
so
you
we
did
have to watch that fucking shit again?
No, but if you did that right and actually, like what you said with Ant-Man,
Yeah.
use the FX things creatively and interesting, it could be good.
Yeah.
But not my number one. My number one
Fucking hell.
was I Am Legend.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because the book...
Is amazing.
Have you both read? I've
Yeah.
heard the book's great.
Honest to God.
I'll lend you it.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. Yeah, that'd
just-
be a good read.
You need to... It's so well done, and then watching that movie is just...
I mean, I enjoyed the film, but they shouldn't have called it I Am Legend.
No.
Because it's nothing like I Am Legend.
Because I know about the ending of I Am Legend. We won't go into spoilers too much, but the end of the story sounds like really good, like a really strong ending, and then this was shit.
The
Yeah.
beginning's a really strong beginning, though. Like the first couple of chapters of that book, well, the first chapter of that book, 'cause it's only quite small, it's gripping. Like it's. I'm trying to describe it without sort of letting too much go, but it's just him by himself, straight up,
Yeah.
and it's just him sort of trying to stop himself from sort of spiraling into absolute madness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That would've been
imagine
good.
the first part of a movie, it could be like an indie movie. Just... I mean, a lot of this movie... In fact, you don't need a big Hollywood budget to
No.
do this
No.
this book. It is an indie movie. It's a lot of it is like very bottled scenes where it's him...
Like The Road.
Yeah. Yeah, I still never seen The Road,
Oh,
but I
right.
know a lot of people say it's really
I
good.
mean, I've read the book, and there's not a lot of things that are in the book that's in the film
Right, okay.
for valid reasons.
Okay.
They eat a baby.
Oh, dear.
Like the Chinese.
I knew you were going to say that. So who have you thought about who you'd have in it, or
No,
what? Please tell me though there won't be CGI vampires or whatever or zombies or whatever they are.
No.
They
no.
were
You
fucking
don't-
terrible.
Because the book is... You don't need... You
didn't
really
need them
don't
in that
need
version?
that. No, you don't. And... Yeah, I think that's just one thing that I really want to... And it's not even like things like Lord of the Rings where you think it's maybe too big to adapt to a film and even a trilogy. Like, this is just a book that very easily condenses to, I'd say, maybe a 2-hour movie, but it's very workable within that time. And also it's got one of my favourite quotes. Let me just think of it for a second. It's, let the jagged edge of sobriety now be dulled.
Ooh, very nice.
Something I live by.
Catty, you gonna let us know what your other one was gonna be?
Live action Chicken Run.
They are making Chicken Run 2. Maybe you should pitch it.
That
Real
did not
chickens.
disappoint.
I just think live action Chicken Run would be great.
That would be fucking great. Would you have them as just like, bop, 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 or would you have like Star's voiceover?
No,
And have Mel Gibson being like
just
this.
full chickens, just subtitled.
Subtitled chicken.
Oh, that's better than Friday. So shall we go around and just say what our 3 was? Mine was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Mine was Friday.
Man was I Am Legend.
Lovely, and we'll be back soon to talk about National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1.
Live action Chicken Run.
Oh, that's fucking sounds great.